vibras?
Cause we know the vibras. Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Wanda Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco, directly from the islands.
What up? What up?
It's like, nah, it's just a shirt. It's an
Man,
illusion, guys.
I know. I feel like I'm on vacation somewhere in the Caribbean, sipping on some good behind rum. Maybe taking a couple shots of Mama Juana, enjoying the sun, the ocean breeze. Yeah.
That's a
What is
vibe.
happening?
That's a
What is
vibe.
happening?
Now, hey, man, just coming off of a successful, very successful Aventura concert.
Ooh, that's
It was
lit. That's lit.
I can check that off of my bucket list. Like I said, I went to a Romeo concert, but Aventura was just something different. Being a huge
Right?
Aventura fan, I could not wait to, hear all the classics in person, and I got to
Mm-hmm.
experience that and see them all back together for one final time was very good to see.
Oh, the cortavenas from back in the days.
Correct. Now it was good, and did something for the podcast while I was out there as well. Be on the
That's what's
lookout for
up. That's
that.
what's up.
I
Yep,
did want
yep.
to mention, if you ever want attention from people for some whatever reason, from strangers,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, just walk around with a camera and a microphone.
Facts,
The amount of
man.
people that stare at
That
you,
is
man, you
true.
just feel important for some people. Just look at you like you're famous, or they treat you a
Hmm.
certain way. Um, yeah,
Sometimes it can even be envy, bro, because
yeah,
you
that's
out
who.
there doing your thing, and then they're over there,
Yeah,
hesitating.
that's who. But no, it was a great experience. I got to, talk to the people, got some new subscribers for the channel as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People, probably thought I was a part of Aventura's team. I wish I was, but nah. But
Right.
yeah, long story short, went into the concert, had great seats this time, floor seats. It was definitely different.
Ooh,
Felt special,
about
walking
bougie.
down the steps, to the first, floor or whatever, however you want to call it. But
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I would say, if you are watching this and you have yet to go to the Aventura concert and you still have a chance to, make sure to buy the tickets all the way at the back on the first floor, on the first or whatever, on the floor seats, because there's two stages, one in the front, one in the back, but the one in the back is where you will be close to them, and when they pop up at the end of the show, and they bring fans onto the stage to sing with them.
Mm.
I was dying, that
That
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
be my
say,
question. Did you
yeah,
get to go on
I
stage?
tried. I tried hard,
Oof.
man. I was standing up on my chair with the Dominican flag, waving it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was the only guy standing on the chair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already tall. Everyone
Right.
else was just standing like on the floor. I just stand on the chair like, "Yo, Romeo, we-" you know what I'm
Hello,
saying? Nah,
mío.
it was not working. But you gotta think about it. It's probably hard for them to like see people. That's why I was
Oh
trying
yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah,
flag.
yeah. Because they got the what are the I forgot what they called those lights, but they got the lights right in front of them. So
Yeah,
sometimes it is a little hard for them to see.
right. But yeah, he brought up people on the stage to sing, classics that they whatever one they
Hmm.
wanted, and kind of gave the fans more of that personal feeling, which was dope.
Right.
But it
Nah,
was a
for
great
sure.
show. It was a great show. I had a great time and definitely enjoyed myself. I'd say
Nah, I feel that. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you were
worth
able
it.
to fulfill that I would say that dream, that goal of seeing them live. I do have some questions for you though.
Hmm.
So you went to a Romeo concert. You just came from an Aventura concert. I want to know the difference. Like, was there a difference in like the style? Is there things that they do differently as a group versus Romeo just by himself? Like,
Hmm.
what were some similarities and differences that you were able to see between the two, if any?
I would say that honestly, the other group members. They just are a part of the stage. I mean, they don't really
Mm,
like if they're there or not there. The music still is the same, because Henry's literally a backup
right.
dancer. Literally at this point, he
Backup
was a backup
dancer slash
dancer.
backup singer.
He was barely a backup singer because the Aventura or
Dang.
whatever they had a backup singer there, two backup singers, a female and a guy.
Man, that's
Shout out to them.
crazy.
I don't know their name off the top of my head, but yeah. So he was just like a backup dancer, honestly. Then there for moral support or like hyping up the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And then Max and Lenny.
They're
Um,
playing the guitar, right? Guitar and
exactly,
the
but
bass.
it's not like they're the best guitar players. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not replaceable. You know what I mean? Like any other
Right.
bass player or guitar player would. So it's just like the music was the same. I'd say. You know what I mean? It's like you don't
Gotcha,
really hear
gotcha.
a distinct like difference if that makes sense.
So it's
Other
more of
than
the
like I said,
essence of the whole group being
exactly,
together.
exactly.
Okay,
It's more
okay,
of that
okay.
and the nostalgia. I say the nostalgia of seeing them together.
Right.
Um, but definitely, I'd say the Aventura was better in a way because the songs, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just more classics to me, I'd say. I don't know. Because
Right,
Romeo
right,
broke up, left the group later on. So the classics,
right.
were ready before that.
Exactly,
But yeah.
exactly. Now, which one do you like best? Like, if you had to choose, which experience you like the best, or like which one do you enjoy the most
I'd say the Romeo one because it was my first time seeing him, you know what I'm saying? So I was
in
like
live?
fanboying, you know what I mean?
Right,
And
right, right,
I would
right,
I would say that this time around I wasn't really like fanboying as much because I already saw him.
right.
And also I just been learning to like not idolize people anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Strong, strong,
that's
strong.
another thing. Only one person that should get that pedestal, and that's God. But I don't
Amen.
mean to get spiritual or religious. You know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. But
Right.
yeah, man. I don't know. The first time was definitely was more surreal. I'd say because I never been to a concert. That was my first concert, and it
Right.
was the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was going to ask if that Romeo concert was your first concert, because I feel like your first concert is definitely like it's a new experience. I feel like after the second one, you start like you kind of like now know the what do you call it? You know the routine now. You know what you got to do. And all that is more like just going there and enjoying live music from the artist that you decide to go see.
Yeah, I agree. And like I mentioned before, definitely go to concerts if and when you know the artist's songs. I'd say.
Hmm.
I mean, you couldn't like at this day and age. There's not many Michael Jacksons, not many guys going to be dancing on the stage and doing all this extra stuff.
Right.
It's
Right.
going to be
Right.
them singing their songs. So you enjoy it when you know the songs. Because if you're just there watching, you're not going to really see a show that you're expecting. You more so you're just going to be standing there hearing
Right.
them sing. Um, but I mean, Romeo's a great crowd animator. Like
Oh
he
yeah.
knows
Yeah.
how to
Yeah.
get them hype and he knows how to engage with the crowd. He knows the demographics well. He
Yeah.
knows
Hmm.
what countries to mention and what time and when.
Hmm.
He's great at what he does for sure. So I definitely had a great time and I'd do it all over again. You know what I mean? I would.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That means that was a good time, man. I
Yes,
I
sir.
did. I like the fact that you brought up a point, like like we said in the past, you should go to like artists that the song that you can enjoy better. Another thing, because music festivals been super popular lately, and what I like about music festivals is that you can see a handful of artists like within a weekend span, and you can essentially pick and choose which one you want to go see
Right. The different stages too.
at different stages. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man. What about you? Did you get into anything this past weekend?
Man, chillaxing, man. Honestly,
I
it's
haven't
been
chillaxing in a minute.
it's been like because I had a crazy like like a 8 week 8 night week 8 days like working span without any breaks. You just go back to back, and then between work and my side hustle and taking care of the things in the back end for the podcast, I just been drained. I got to rest a little bit. uh, Super happy coming up. It's a long weekend for a lot of us, so I get to enjoy 3 days off coming up next week. So man,
I thought
I'm
it was this
also
week.
kind of adulting a little bit.
I thought it was this
uh
week.
well, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be this week when the podcast comes out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but I've been adulting. Uh, been looking to possibly, God willing, but within the next couple months, making, I guess, like a major purchase here in Texas. So super excited, kind of nervous at the same time because that means that I'm growing up and I don't want to grow up for some reason. But yeah, man, I just been, going through the adult life the last couple weeks, I would say, and kind of like trying to get myself back into I would say some sort of like a routine when it comes to my sleeping routine. I gotta fix that. I gotta get, consistently going to the gym and just be better with my schedule.
Not facts. And like I mean, life is going by fast. So and it's
Yo,
funny. I saw
facts.
something they said that after high school, life goes by so quick,
I
or the
know,
years go by so
bro.
quick. So that's something
Man,
that,
just
and they would tell you that, and teachers will tell you that, and coaches. You would never believe it though. Like you
you're
would
like,
never believe
nah,
it.
man, my 20s gonna feel like 20 years. Like, nah,
Yeah,
bro. It's like I'm 25 in a couple weeks, turning 26. That means I'm just getting closer to 30. So, you know,
dude, 30,
random
30 is
bones
crazy,
are
bro.
starting to hurt, random parts of my body, start to hurt that I never knew were there, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how time flies, man. I agree
Not
100%. That's what I've been trying to enjoying it every I would say every second of my youth that I have left while I can.
not facts, not facts. But you did mention the back end of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Really quick before we get into the episode. I mean, we already are in the episode, but there's a bigger topic we're going to talk about,
Right,
as you
right.
see in the title, more than likely. Um, Back end of the podcast. If you want to, go ahead and
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
I do
yeah,
have
yeah.
the one
So
of
like I said
the
on
first
last
shirts ever on.
exactly, we got the first Juan and Don wearing the first, the Vivas
This is an exclusive,
t-shirt.
man.
That's an exclusive, we made some small, some small tweaks. So he got essentially a sample of the sample. But like I said on the last episode, we're gonna put a link on the comment, not on the comment section. You know what? On the comment section and on the description. That way you guys can sign up to get the alert once merch is released. We're still trying to figure out, if we're gonna limit it, how many pieces we're gonna sell or not. But as well, once you join that list, it will put you into the giveaway. So we've been trying to figure out how to do the giveaway, and I mean, probably this is probably the easiest way. Uh, Everybody gets an entry, and it's a little easier for us to track. So the link is going to be in the comment section as well as in the
Must be
description.
subscribed.
Must be subscribed as well. So we're going to check. Man, I got to figure out how to do. You know what? Yeah, just we're gonna figure out a better way to doing it.
No,
So
if
we
you
got to go
if you
back.
no, if you win, the only way you would complete the win is by showing a screenshot that you've been
Or
subscribed and that you
subscribe.
subscribed.
Perfect,
Correct.
perfect, perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect. And like I said, merch. I'm not. Because I want people to subscribe to the list and actually follow instruction. The people that get the email for the merch, that sign up to the list, will get when the merch is released. If you didn't subscribe, you might be late until because we might make it a little limited since it's our
Limited in.
first run, and
Yeah.
then maybe get you guys a little more involved in the future about designs, the type of things that you guys want to get. Maybe you guys want like a cup or something. So yeah, we still this is gonna be like a I would say like a trial run with the merch.
Indeed.
So yeah, make sure you guys hit the link. You'll get the alert for when the merch officially drops, as well as be entered to the giveaway. And we'll be announcing that within the coming weeks.
Yes, sir. For sure. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And it's simple. Quick cut, take a couple,
Couple
seconds out of your
seconds.
day,
Yeah,
and make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, and be, notified
alerted.
whenever, exactly, alerted when things start to, come out for, the Vibras and the
Yeah,
merch.
and when that
It's
new
support. It's support.
yeah, exactly. And what I was going to say as well is that with that newsletter, we might be, possibly dropping like exclusive content or early access to content for people that are subscribed to the list. So if you want to be on the list, I suggest you subscribe to it.
Indeed. But getting into the episode, the real episode, let's say,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
um, the man LeBron James was caught
Mm.
using Stream
Streaming.
East
The
on the
goat.
sidelines.
The
What is
goat on the
Stream
goat.
East? You may say, for those who are not familiar, Stream East is
Mm-hmm.
basically a free streaming sports site.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into this episode, I do want to mention that we're not uh, we're not advising you
Listening.
guys. We're not advising or
We're not a sponsor either.
we're not sponsored, and we're not supporting that you guys participate in this act. It is illegal. It
Mm-hmm.
is illegal to do so.
100%. 100%.
But basically, it just goes to show you that no matter how much money you make, no matter how rich you are, every dollar that you may save, even if subscriptions count, you will do it.
Exactly. I agree. I agree, man. And if I didn't want to get too deep into this, but you brought up a point. It's like doesn't matter how much money you know, you make. Every penny essentially that you can save is worth saving. Uh,
Yeah.
one of the things that I have been learning in my young 25 years of age is that you don't need all the bougie stuff in life. You don't need all that bougie stuff. Sometimes all you
Yeah.
need is a plain t-shirt and some khaki jeans.
Yeah. But the thing is like it got to the point where when cable TV was a thing,
hmm
I mean, pay-per-views were a thing as
Still
well.
are, still are a thing.
I mean, they still are a thing, but they were more accessible or more, how can I say this? People are more
They were
inclined
more
to use,
affordable.
well, affordable obviously, but people were more inclined to pay, purchase pay-per-view because there was no other choice. You know what I'm saying? Streaming and all of this was
Facts.
not a thing. Even like
Facts.
legal streaming like Hulu,
hmm
ESPN, whatever you want to call it, they weren't existing at the time. So
Right, right.
you would just like basically purchase the pay per view ahead of time. Say there's a big fight coming up,
hmm
and it kind of brings back nostalgia. Um, I remember they used to do like everybody would pitch in, and then they'll do like a
Yeah,
thing at somebody's
$5 and
house.
hmm
Exactly, and
throw
everybody just
some meat
go
on
and
the
watch.
grill, get some
Exactly,
beer
and go
stuff.
watch the pay
Everybody
per
will watch.
view, big fights. You're
hmm
kind of starting to lose that culture a bit with now with these free streaming.
Facts.
Not to
Facts.
mention that the problem with it is that the streams get shut down, so you have to have some sort of patience. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And yeah, you just gotta have some sort of patience, guys. So basically, times have changed because in pay per view it does have that advantage where you don't have to deal with the hiccups and you just buy it and then just let the remote, on the
Let
side
it
and
do its
just
thing.
watch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just watch the event, and it kind of does have more perks because you see uh this thing live. You know what I'm saying? Like live and
Right,
direct.
right. That's one of the thing. The other thing
Um,
is higher quality, man.
higher
I feel
quality.
like that's the biggest thing is the quality and no buffering. I feel like it's a
Exactly.
big one.
And I saw something. I don't know if you know, but a lot of the big sports, NFL, MLB, NBA,
hmm
UFC, boxing, but more so, I think it said that it was three of them. The NFL, NBA, and UFC have all claimed in a joint statement that live piracy means the global sports industry is losing up to $28 billion annually in potential revenue
Dang.
from these
Dang.
illegal free streams. And it's getting crazy, and $28 billion is insane. And
It's
it
a
says
large amount of
that
money.
about 10 billion more. It's about 10 billion more than what the NFL annually earns in revenue. So there has been
hmm
some arguments now with this statement
Right?
where they're stating that, for instance, UFC, the reason that fighters aren't getting paid what they should is due to free streaming, illegal free streaming, because they're missing out on billions of dollars due to this.
Right.
So they're
Makes
saying
sense.
that if fans were to pay for pay per views, then fighters would get paid more. I don't know how true this is, but this is the argument that Dana White and his team are making.
I mean, yeah, yeah, I see that point because in boxing, apart from the purse money, there's a pay per view percentage that the main
But
event
only the
fighters
main car.
make.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Only the
Yeah,
main. Exactly. Yeah.
but I do agree, man, because now let's say uh 20 billion worth of money that could be allocated to the fighters now is honestly gone in out of thin air, just because people are streaming it for free at home.
But how do they even calculate that though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I guess
I would
they're
say
going based off the amount of people that.
the views, and I guess
Yeah, but
it's
you
it's
can really.
2024, man. Like, believe it or not, we're all being tracked, everything that we do online.
Yeah. I wish it would have said so. Yeah. So like I did mention, um, somebody had mentioned that they had received the UFC subpoena, and it was that it's illegal to watch a pay per view event without proper licensing. If you are watching or streaming the
Hmm.
event illegally, it is known as digital piracy. You're violating
Hmm.
federal copyright laws, being accused of copyright infringement. So I was gonna ask you a question:
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who's more in the wrong, the person that is illegally
Ooh.
streaming or the person watching? It's kind of the
Ooh,
same.
I
Like
was
we
I
did
was
that
gonna
debate.
I was gonna ask the same thing. Man, I feel like the person that's illegally streaming it.
They do purchase a pay per view though.
I mean, yeah, 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 yeah. They purchase a pay per view, but when you purchase it, it was intended for your household to watch it, not for you to share. With 300 million people on the internet.
Hmm.
I mean, there both parties are to blame, but if the person that bought the pay per view and then decides to stream it to on the internet, if that person didn't do that, didn't start streaming it, people will have bought the pay per view.
Look, this is I understand. I agree.
Hmm.
But this is the it's such a simple way to end all of this. Make it
Right?
more affordable. Why is it so hard? Make it
Facts,
more affordable,
facts.
bro. Instead of making no money, make something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Make it, bro. Like, I wouldn't mind. I mean, there's certain
$50
fights.
is cool. 50 would be cool.
I mean, that's still stretching it, but yeah, yeah, that's what it used to be. It
Yeah.
used to be like 49.99. Then we saw it
Yeah, now it's
increase to
like 80.
54.99. You said who?
I said it's like 80 now.
Yeah, it's 79.99, right? So they've
Yeah.
been slowly increasing, and I agree. And I feel like the price increase came because they saw less people are buying it. So for them to make up that, you know, some of the revenue that they're losing, they were like, okay, we're gonna have to make the price more just so we
Yeah.
can, actually get this fighters paid.
Yeah, well, I feel like they could kind of make different like tiers and like have an
Mm,
affordable option like this tier gets this access. If you pay
right,
more, you
right,
get this
right.
access. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a way where you could kind of make it affordable and keep your your pricing as well. Um,
Or
I feel
kind
like
of
that
do
would be the
like how
solution.
some of these streaming platform do it.
Yeah. Hmm.
If you pay, for example, let's say Hulu, not a sponsor, but if you want to sponsor us, Hulu, email in the description.
Yeah.
But like Hulu, if you pay for the basic membership, you have ads. But if you pay for the premium, you have no ads. They could do it something like that. Let's say if you pay like 35.99, you get ads in between the rounds, although there's already ads in between the rounds,
Hmm.
but you know, and then if you pay the full premium, like 49.99 or 55.99 or 54.99, you get no ads. They could do that.
Right. And then also the funny thing is you don't want to pay. So the reason people don't want to pay the money is that they don't want to pay the money and then the fight is trash. You know what
I
I'm saying?
feel that's the biggest one, man. I
Yeah.
feel and I feel I kind of see that point. What you can do, man, if you think that the fight may not go the way that you want it to go, man, just go to a sports bar and watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're probably gonna spend like $20 on some drinks and call it a day, man. If the fight is trash, I feel that's the best way to at least from a personal perspective.
Mm.
Uh, if you think that the fight is gonna be trash, usually if they don't think it's gonna be a good fight, they don't even make it a pay-per-view event.
Yeah, but the other fights on there as well. So that's the thing, the undercard.
Exactly.
Um, but man, I don't know. I just feel like the all of this stuff is changing right before our eyes. Like we mentioned before, cable television is
Mm-hmm.
slowly dying out. There's no
Right.
more
Right.
cartoons like it used to be. Those go to weekly Disney Channel,
Oh yeah, you
shows,
had to go on a certain
Nickelodeon
time.
shows. You know what I'm saying? Like losing that essence, and pay-per-views is part of it as well. Pay-per-views are basically, for those who aren't familiar, I kind of should have said this in the beginning. It's basically
Mm-hmm.
uh basically like, I wouldn't say the Super Bowl, but like a
It's what
premium
it says.
a premium fight. Exactly, you pay per view, but it's basically like something you're paying for an exclusive big fight, or big
Mm-hmm.
event that isn't going to be accessible for free. So you kind of get the exclusivity when you pay for it to watch it. Big fights are like guys that are at the top of their divisions, or
Mm-hmm.
world champions.
Right. Right.
Uh, you know, see each other, in the ring or in the octagon or whatever you may call it, and you pay to see it,
You pay to
literally.
see it. Literally, the simplest way to explain it.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
I mean, like I said, it is losing its essence, and I feel like the illegal streaming websites is definitely something to uh, to blame.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, some platforms have been getting around it. You have like the biggest one here, the Zone. You pay monthly. Essentially, it's a streaming service that gives you combat sports. Now, I feel like if all the combat sports association got together and made their own streaming
right,
service,
right.
like let's say you pay a premium of like $24.99, and you can watch like the no so major like fights for that 24.99 monthly. And then when there's like a big event, probably for that month you pay $50. I would be okay
Or
doing
just
that.
package it on the different, so for
Or
instance, you can
different tier
package it,
memberships,
yeah,
right?
or just in general, like one for boxing, one for UFC. Or
Exactly.
if you want both, you pay more for both. So
Exactly. Yeah, it's like one of the big ones that I can say that is doing something similar to that is the Zone.
hmm.
Um which they do less. You pay a monthly membership, you can see like the regular fights. And the cool thing, the main thing, I would say the main thing is that some people may not be inclined into paying the membership, is if there's not going to be fights consistently. I feel like that will be the only downside. Like if people are going to pay for a membership, there has to be an event going on every single weekend. I feel that will be like uh
Yeah, it's
the
not gonna
biggest
work,
issue.
bro. It's not
Right.
gonna work. The monthly, the subscription is not gonna work. It has to be how it is. The more I think about it, because there's not
Hmm.
gonna be a fight weekly.
If hey, listen, UFC, boxing, all
Well,
you
UFC
other
does
stuff
the
there.
ESPN Plus, so if
Right,
you have
right.
ESPN Plus, you can do it, and I think you just pay for the pay per view, I guess, at a discounted price or something.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That I'm okay with. I'm
Mhm.
okay with. Or if all the like MMA boxing organization come together and be like, hey, we're gonna come up with this and have
Which isn't gonna happen. Dana hates boxing.
exactly. Exactly. But or even like a UFC, because I think the UFC has the UFC app, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Hmm.
And you log in with like your stuff. But I feel if they figure out a way to give us like fights every weekend, I'll sign up for a service like
Well,
this.
the UFC does, but it's
But
not
for the
it's
most
not
part,
pay per views.
UFC
They do
does
fight nights. They do fight nights damn near
fight
every
nights.
Saturday.
Yeah. If boxing is able to do something like that, and then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna come up with this app," and I mean, I feel like the biggest thing with boxing is that there's like three major, like I would say, like promoters. Like you have Top Rank with
Mm-hmm.
ESPN, then you have the Zone, then you have PBC Boxing, which is now like with Amazon Prime. Um, I feel like with boxing it's gonna be a little trickier because you gotta be able to pull all those three organizations together into an agreement to be like, hey, we're gonna do this, and then and if they do, that means we're gonna be getting better fights, better events, and possibly weekly fights.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough though. I just
Right.
think that I always wondered what would happen if they do cancel out for good the free streaming. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like bars would just get packed. I mean, because people are not gonna, they probably just won't still pay for the pay per views
Exactly,
for
exactly.
like
Which is not bad, man. You know, if you don't
yeah.
want to pay it. But I mean, I do understand that sometimes, it might be like that 1 week that you don't get paid.
And the comfort of being in your house, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
for free, I guess.
You
I mean,
know,
pay per
you
view
can use
still get the, but I mean,
exactly,
honestly, it's
exactly.
probably gonna have to come to eventually everybody just pitching in. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
And you know what? That's low key a good time, man. Well, high key is a good time.
When it's a
Everybody
good fight.
pitches in. You know, let's say between 10 people, $5, man. You watch a fight and get some food and beer.
When it's a good fight.
When it's a good fight, 100%, 100%.
Um, and I wonder why is it that they haven't found the solution or the way to stop it? You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like it's
Hmm.
something that they know is going on, and
Right, right. I mean, I would say the
I just
biggest
don't
thing
get
is
how they haven't.
right. The biggest thing I would say is like they shut down one website and then another one pops up.
Of course.
So it's just I think that's what's stopping them, and um essentially. And then the other thing is, why pay for the pay-per-view when you can watch the whole fight next day on YouTube
Yeah, that too. But there's nothing better than live. You know what I'm saying?
than
It
watching
just
it
doesn't hit.
live? Yeah,
Yeah, it's highlights don't hit the same, bro. They
they
really
don't
don't.
hit the same. Yeah,
Or
no,
even
that's
the
true.
fight the day after, cause you already know the result. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
That's the
exactly,
thing. Um,
exactly. Now I agree.
but yeah, man, I just feel like I remember when I was a kid, going and watching pay per views was very. It was a time where everybody could get together and
Mm-hmm. Watch a
you know
fight,
exactly watch a fight, and
enjoy
then
some
also
time.
I'm saying super like as a kid, you know what I'm saying? I used to
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
realize this, and
I feel
it's
for
just
us
crazy
as
how
kids, it
things are going
wasn't
away, man. A lot of these things are going
right.
away.
And I feel like as kids, we weren't really so much more like we weren't so excited about the fight, but more like, oh, we gonna hang out, all the kids playing,
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
And I feel like yeah, it would be a good thing to bring back, especially family and friends that don't see each other often can see each other on fight night.
Yeah, I remember I went to I remember a couple memorable ones. I was gonna say to end up here to end up
Hmm.
the episode. What are your most memorable pay per views that you remember?
Ooh, as a kid, um, I would say Oscar De La Hoya and Mayweather.
Yeah.
Uh, funny enough, that one we had a baseball championship game during the day. My team ended up winning, so we all did like the whole curve, and like a group of people. We were all celebrating. And we drove to one of the teammates' house. They set up the big screen. We had the fight going on. All the kids were celebrating that we won the championship, and we were just having a good time, man. I feel like that would be the biggest one.
Yeah. Now I feel like mine was probably Mayweather Pacquiao,
Mm,
but I feel like honestly all the pay per views were either Pacquiao or Mayweather or Cotto.
right, Pacquiao,
Those
Mayweather,
are three. I feel like
Oscar De La
pay per views.
Hoya,
De La Hoya as well. Yeah.
Miguel Cotto was big back in the days.
So I
At
just
least
said.
at
I
least where
said
I grew
Cotto.
up. At least
I
where
said
where I
Cotto,
grew up.
man.
Yeah, Miguel Cotto. Uh, I feel like at least because I grew up for a little bit in Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto was like one of the big ones that they used to watch over there. Among other boxers, of course, but
Yeah,
yeah, the Oscar De La Hoya Mayweather fight was huge.
not facts. Nah, I mean it's just those, and like I said, it's memorable for a reason. So
Hmm.
shout out to pay per view in their moment when they were,
Right, 100%.
popping.
Yo, let's make PPV great again, man.
Hey yo. Nah, but let us know in the comments your most memorable pay per view fight if you have one. If not, let us know how you feel about this whole, debate between pay per view and piracy,
Hmm.
or live free streams, whatever you want to call it. Let
Right,
us know in
right.
the comments how you feel about it, and what could be a solution that where both sides can meet in the middle, and no one has to deal with losing money or
Hmm.
repercussions of legal troubles. You know what I'm saying? So comment
Right,
down
right.
below a solution you may have to end this debacle, and where broke college students can still watch pay-per-views without having to pay
Right,
you
right.
know big money, and where athletes like LeBron James can watch pay-per-view without having to feel like he's losing money out of all the millions he has.
Right.
uh but yeah, make sure you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe. Remember also to subscribe to the newsletter just by simply placing your email in the link that we're gonna have attached down below. That way, you're notified whenever the merch is ready to go. Also, you're notified of any potential news going on in the channel. That way, you
Hmm.
can help the V Blast firsthand with episodes or whatever
Right,
it may
right.
be. This is basically like a free membership.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Membership, it sounds crazy. Free family
Free
reunion.
access,
I
man.
don't
Free
know.
access. Free early access, man.
Yeah, exactly. Free early access, correct. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye out for that. This is a sample, but I mean it's pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? So definitely I can't wait to see you guys wearing the Viva Us merch and supporting us, and all funds are gonna go towards the podcast itself. So
100%. Yeah.
uh that's the good thing about all of this. And it's definitely gonna be affordable. So just be on just be on the lookout for that, and make sure you comment something down below positive to start the week. Happy Memorial Day to those that, if
Yes,
you're
sir. Yes,
listening to
sir.
this on Monday. um and yeah, appreciate you guys for all the support. Appreciate the new subscribers that are here. Also turn on the ring, the notification bell, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I'm just gonna say, the video that's on the street is coming soon, so be on the
We got
lookout
some
for that
teachers coming
Aventura
out.
edition. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
last
sir.
words?
Oh man, go out there and be great, man. I would say that's my last word to each every one of you. Thank you if you made it
Alrighty.
to the end. Uh, and I'm not even going to attempt it, so I'm gonna let you take it over from here and close it out.
Guys, we mentioned subscribe a lot, but like we always say, remember to subscribe and let's
And let's
vibe.
buy. Peace. Money back. Nereida.